Here we are going to demonstrate how to construct a box and whiskers diagram using Excel, starting from the raw data itself. So here we have the times of 12 students who completed a test, and these are listed. Now you need to list the 5 numbers needed for the box and whiskers: the minimum value, the lower quartile, the median, the upper quartile, and the maximum value. And you also need to calculate differences. So please set up your spreadsheet that way. Then you actually proceed to obtain the minimum value of this data set. So you just type equal to activate the function, and you type M for minimum to activate the minimum function, and it tells you from which number. Excel is asking from what values. It's from A2 to A13, and you just type enter. So the minimum value is 29, as you can see. You want the lower quartile, which is represented as Q1. You type equal and type Q for quartiles. Activate the quartile function. The array of numbers is from A2 to A13. And you type, make sure you type comma, because it's asking for comma and which quartile, the first quartile. So you can just double click on first quartile or type the number 1 and type enter, and the lower quartile is 47.25. The median, likewise, equal, type Q quartile. The array is from A2 to A13, and type comma, and you want the second quartile, which is the median. So you just type 2, or you can double click on second quartile, and you have 74.25. Equal again, Q for quartile, and you want the third quartile, but you have to specify what numbers is from A2 to A13, type comma, and the 75th percentile, that is 3/4, of the values ascending in order. 75th percentile, 75%. And you can just type 3, or you can double click on third quartile and type enter, and you want the maximum value. You type equal, M for maximum, activate the maximum value, and is from A2 to A13. You want the maximum thereof, type enter, and here you have the 5 numbers. Now you want the differences now. So the first difference is from the minimum minus 0. So that is equal. So you just click on the minimum value, which is 3 minus 0, and here you have the minimum value transferred across. That's your first difference. The second difference is between Q1 and the minimum. So that's equal to Q1 is in C2, C4, minus the minimum value is in C3. Just click on C3, or you can type C4 minus C3, and you click enter. You can continue doing that, calculating the differences. That will be between Q2 minus and Q1, okay, which is in C4, and type enter. Or you can just go back here, go to that green box on the lower right hand corner. Then you see the black cross, and you just double click and then drag, and then you get your differences as a function copied forth. Yes. So you have the 5 differences, and you highlight those 5 differences, but because you want to communicate to Excel, that's what you want to make the box thereof. And then you go to insert, then you go to bar chart. Okay, click on bar chart. Now you want stacked, so you can just stack vertically or horizontally. Let's do horizontal. Now you don't want you want the stacked bar chart. So you go to switch row and column, make sure the figure is highlighted with those white circles around it. Switch row / column, click on it, and then that's what you want. Okay, a horizontal bar chart, a horizontal box plot. There are some vertical ones. You can also vertical one, but you want a horizontal one. Now, as you can see, the lower quartile, median and upper quartile are starting from 47.25, 74.5, 86.5 respectively. So 47.25, that's starting here, and then you have the median, which is 74.5 and 86. So the box of the box plot is from that green and yellow box. Okay, so this first box, we can right click, shift F10, go to format, and go to figure and fill it no fill, so that it does not appear. Same likewise with this box, no fill. this box, no field. So this is the box that will form the box in the box and whiskers diagram. So we can modify the border, put the border as solid, and put a thickness, put it as black, and a thickness of, let's say, 2.25 or 2, let's say 2. Likewise here, make sure the border put as a solid line, is black already, and put it as 2.5. 2, yeah, sorry. So what we want now are the whiskers. We want a left whisker and a right whisker. So we're going to use arrow bars to do that. Okay, now you have a first box that we made disappear and a second box. So we go to this, we go 1, 2. So we go to this second box, we highlight it there, and then we go to chart design and add chart element, arrow bars. Okay, more arrow bars. And here you have the left whisker already starting to take shape, but we want it to start from Q1 to the minimum value. It must start from 47.25 to 29. So what we will do, we go to arrow bar options, and we click on minus because we're talking about the left side. So here it already starts from 47.25, but we want it to end at 29. We want it to have a length of 80.25, okay, from 47.25. So in order to achieve that, we go to custom, specify, okay, and we're talking about the left side. So we go to the negative arrow value, and we can either type 18.25 or we can click on 18.25. So you'll have a length of 18.25 starting from 47.25. And there you have it. The minimum value is 29, starting from 47.25. Or we could have just go back again and we could have just, negative arrow bar. We can delete and type 18.25, okay? And we will achieve the same result. So then we want to make sure it is highlighted so that we can thicken it to make it more visible, put it in black and put it as 2, as the same thickness as the box. Now we want our right whisker. So remember, to get the left whisker, we click on the first, we click on the second box. So you have a first and the second box. So the second box brings us into the box with the median and the upper quartile, but that's okay because first, second, right? So therefore we go to add chart element, arrow bars, more arrow bars option. Here we have our right whisker starting to take shape, but as we want it to start from 86.25 and the maximum value is 95, so we need to modify that. So we go to more arrow bars and we go to plus, because talking about the right whisker. So here it starts from 86.5, sorry, but it has to have a length of 8.5 because it's supposed to reach up to 95. So to achieve that, we go to custom, specify, and we have to delete this, or we can either type 8.5 or we can just click on the difference of 8.5, and this right arrow bar will start from 86.5 up to 95, as you can clearly see. All right, and then to modify this, we go to shapes, go to fill and line, and increase the thickness to 2. And here we have our box plot. As you can see, this go to the right. To insert the distribution curve, we go to curve. All right, click on curve, and because most of the values are on the upper end between the lower and the upper quartile, that's where the majority of the values are, we go here, and the majority of the values, that's where you put the hump. We come down, so you have a skewness to the right. Okay, double click there, right? So now we go to insert and we go to text box, and we can type these results we're talking about. Okay, skewed to the left, sorry, the skewness to the left. Most of the values on the upper end, so they have a skewness to the left. Okay, and we can conclude that the majority of the values on the upper end of the scale, specifically between 47.5.25, that's the lower quartile right here, 47.25%, and 86.5%. All right, and because of that, because of the skewness to the left, the mean will be less than the median. If you have to calculate the mean, you will get a value of less than 74.5, less than the mode. If you want, you can even draw an arrow to indicate the skewness is to the left. Okay, to make this arrow horizontal, we just put this to 0, and we can, change it to black and weaken it a little bit. Okay, so therefore now that's how you can construct the box and whiskers using the cumulative frequency graph using the Excel. If you want, you can actually calculate the mean to prove that it will be less than the median, which is 74.5. So you go here and you go to sum and you click on average and we get a value of 68.25, which is actually less than 74.5. So this validates this assumption that the mean value is less than the median, is less than the mode. Okay, because you have a slight skewness to the left. So here you have the box plot using Excel.